Time is a fundamental concept that we use to measure and understand the progression of events and the duration of things. It is a universal concept that affects everything from the movement of celestial bodies to the aging of living organisms. Despite being an abstract concept, time is something we all experience in our daily lives, whether it's through the ticking of a clock or the changing of seasons. One of the most fascinating things about time is that it is relative. This was demonstrated by Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, which shows that time can be perceived differently depending on the observer's relative motion and position. This means that depending on where we are and how we are moving, time can seem to pass more quickly or more slowly. Time is also a finite resource, which is why we often talk about wasting time or making the most of our time. We only have a limited amount of time left on this earth, and it is up to us to use it wisely. This can be a daunting thought, but it could also be a motivating, encouraging us to make the most of every moment and pursue our passions and goals. In conclusion, time is a complex and fascinating concept that influences every aspect of our lives. Whether we are trying to understand the universe or simply manage our own schedules, time is something we must all contend with. I'm Big Dame, and you know what time it is. Yo, what's up, everybody? Greetings and welcome to the very first edition of the You Know What Time It Is broadcast. I'm your resident timekeeper, Big Dame, and I want to thank you for joining me for what is sure to be an epic journey. Now, some of you may recognize me from the Cuban Cigar Crisis TV YouTube channel. Some of you may recognize me from my very own podcast, the Big Dame Audio Experience, formerly known as Buco Radio. Some of you may even recognize me from my recent wrestling podcast, the Royal Ramble Wrestlecast. But right here, when You Know What Time It Is, we're going to talk about everything when it comes to time and how we're supposed to use our time wisely, what will happen when we waste our time, and you're also going to get a few personal anecdotes about myself. So ladies and gentlemen, get ready, strap in. Now, I came up with the concept of this channel because, as I said in the intro, time is the most precious commodity we all have. And even with the technology, the resources, and all the opportunities that's been afforded to us, we still manage to waste a lot of our time. I certainly have wasted a hell of a lot of time. I call myself the timekeeper because of the fact that I know about time. I know time is precious. And it's certainly something to not be taken for granted. But yet, as we go through life, we find ourselves not using it to our advantage. That's a big reason why I created this broadcast. So we can be able to learn together, because I am still a student of the game at the end of the day. I'm not what you would consider a guru. I'm not no expert on anything. I'm just a regular person, still trying to find my way through life. But the neat thing is, we have all this information, we have all these different resources, and we are going to learn together what it is all about to manage our time. Also, when it comes to You Know What Time It Is, we're going to talk about the mindsets that you need to have in order to go through life. Basically, being able to be what is now becoming a cliche, your best version of yourself. You can't be that way if you're going to be scared to take risk. Because that's what life is all about. Not necessarily going on a gambling table, shooting craps, shooting dice, not no roulette table. But at the very least, being able to take a chance and take a risk and just make the most out of life. That's what it's all about here with You Know What Time It Is. We're going to try to get you into those certain mindsets that you would need to have in order to be a success in life, whatever it is you choose to do, whatever your chosen profession is. Doesn't matter if you can be a bricklayer, doesn't matter if you want to be a scuba diver, whatever you put your mind to, you can do. your finances. We spend a lot of money on crap, okay? So it'll be wise to be able to use your money on stuff that you actually need, not stuff that makes you, you know what I'm saying, just want to flaunt in front of your friends and all this other good stuff. I mean, hey, do what you want with your money. It's your money, okay? But at the same time, be sensible with it. And that's what we're going to be all about here as well. Just having the information and resources you would need in order to not just keep the money that you're making, but also being able to make more money. That's right. You also got to know what time it is when it comes to your health. You know the whole saying, we were just talking about money. Health is wealth. This satanic American diet, you know, that got us looking like this instead of actually being the warriors, the gods that we were intending to be, being able to fight off anything and everything life throws at us. Well, here, you know what time it is? We're going to give you the information in order to get yourself right on a physical level, because the physical can also help with the mental and the spiritual. Everything else will fall into place once you get that physical together. And the next thing, when it comes to you know what time it is your time management. We're all about time here on You Know What Time It Is. So time management is obviously going to be a big key. We got to have scheduling. We got to have structure. We got to be able to make a proper to-do list. You know, you got to be able to know exactly what it's all about when it comes to managing your time. We're going to have other tools that you can use, practical tools, in order to not waste any more precious moments. Because time is something we can never get back. Time always goes forwards, never backwards. Ladies and gentlemen, all of this is what you can expect with You Know What Time It Is. And as I said before, I'm here to learn just right along with you. We certainly want to make this movement grow. And with your support, it can. What I would need you to do, if you like any of this information that I'm giving to you right here, right now, I need you to do me a small favor. I need you to like this video. I need you to share this video with your friends. You can comment down below your feedback, you know, whatever improvements you feel I need to make when it comes to this show. I'm here to listen. Constructive criticism, feedback, that's how we grow. I want to be able to keep making these videos for you guys. So I think it's very important that you subscribe to this here YouTube channel. You know what time it is, YouTube channel. Search it up. Make sure you subscribe for all new videos coming your way. We're going to have plenty of content for you to sink your teeth into. And make sure to follow the You Know What Time It Is broadcast on all social media platforms at YKWTII broadcast. Very simple. And you can do that on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. You can be able to find us there. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Real Big Dame 314. So until the next video, it's your boy Big Dame the Timekeeper, and I am OUT. Peace.